knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little.
When I started this channel, I never expected to be commenting significantly about what is going on currently in 2020, 2021. Right, moving right into 2022, and may even move all the way to 2025. I had no idea that I would be commenting on this bug that is going around and the substance that they claim will liberate us from the bug. Now what I want to talk about is the great Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Yes, on the side of the Jamaica Labour Party. He has sent out his speech today regarding substance compulsory. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't want to use the word, right? Saying that basically just taking this substance, the C19 substance, will be compulsory. Recognize there is something bigger going on here, right? And there has been a militant push to take this substance. Behind all the censorship, we see the censorship. If you take the substance and it's not compatible with your biology, you're in trouble. You can say nothing about it, and no one can say anything about it on social media or any platform for you, because you will be censored. Now there are a number of things I want to address. Things such as the lies that are being told, right, on the unmedicated persons who are unmedicated. There's a huge lie which goes against the science, that it's actually the unmedicated persons who are quote unquote mutating the bug. Now before we move into that, let me advise the people. Now is the time to stand up strong and hold your ground. If you want to take the substance, take it. If you do not want to take the substance, do not take it. Do not let anyone force you to take the substance. Do not let anyone infringe on your rights. Do not take the substance to keep a job. Remember that you have always been expendable in your jobs. Your jobs can fire you at any moment. Yes, we need a job to survive. Yes, we have been promised normalcy, but no, we can be fired at any time, and we will never go back to normal. I want everybody to understand that we will never go back to normal. Just look around you. And the advice that I have for you is, do not fight against the state physically. You cannot win. Do not do that. I saw where in there have been some armored trucks arrived on the island. I'm not sure if they're just passing through or they are here to stay. It seems like they are here to stay because they have not been picked up, and we now see the Honorable Andrew Holness being a little bit more forceful, way more forceful and militant in his pursuit of making the medication compulsory. How do you fight? Am I telling you not to fight? No, I'm not telling you not to fight. What I'm telling you is you can fight in another way. Do not fight physically, because we cannot win. If and when compulsory medication is announced and the unmedicated is put at a significant disadvantage, I implore every single worker to strike. Understand that they cannot do without us. They have sold us a false narrative to think that we need them. No, they need us. I am imploring every single worker, unmedicated worker, to strike, and those who are medicated who see this bull crap, right, to strike as well. That is the only way. If they are willing to allow us to suffer, then let us suffer their economy, because it really don't make any sense. You are willing to put my life on pause, to ruin my livelihood, to suffer us, to starve us, probably to DEATH, in order to save our lives. That makes no sense. Stay at home. The job is not worth it to be forced into something, because as I said, at the end of the day, if you end up experiencing some form of adverse reaction, you have no one to go to. You will still have kids to feed. How will you feed your kids then? You're out of a job, you wouldn't be able to work, would you? You see, do not let them scare us into doing what we do not want to do. We have seen all that has been happening, and they want us to question our sanity. But if you see the issues surrounding this entire situation that has been going on since late 2019, you can actively confirm that something is not right. Okay, so I'm going to put the letter on your screen right now. He said that it is unfair to the medicated that the unmedicated can actually have access to or be as free as the medicated. Let us talk about that, because to date we have heard significantly that the unmedicated are the ones who are dangerous to society. They are the ones who are mutating and transmitting the bug. Now let me take you down a little road of reasoning here. Think about it. What did they say about the medicated? The medicated can catch, the medicated can mutate, and the medicated can transmit the bug. Keep that in your mind. Let's go to the unmedicated. If an unmedicated person catches the bug, what will happen? One of two things will happen. One, the unmedicated person will get sick and will recover, or I shouldn't say may recover. If that unmedicated person recovers from the bug, that unmedicated person will end up having natural immunity, and immunity so strong that person will have antibodies relative to both active and passive antigens that would have been from the bug. Therefore, the bug would stop right there. That unmedicated person who recovered from the bug, he'll eliminate the bug and would not be able to catch, mutate, nor transmit the bug. Let's take case number 2. The unmedicated person catches the bug. When the unmedicated person catches the bug, the unmedicated person dies. Now, is there a case wherein people who are dead or persons who died from the bug, they are still able to catch, transmit, and mutate the bug? No, the bug would stop there. The bug would not carry on. It no longer has a host, a living host that it can replicate in and to be transmitted from. Okay, now let's take another scenario. The unmedicated person, who is referred to as an asymptomatic, catches the bug. Then okay, let us say that these are the persons, the asymptomatic persons who are catching and transmitting and mutating the bug. Do you recognize that there would have to be a mass majority of the population that would be asymptomatics carrying the bug, transmitting the bug, in order for there to be an island-wide spread of the bug? Just think about it. Now, remember that first person that I spoke about, the medicated who can still catch, mutate, and transmit the bug? Yes, sounds familiar, doesn't it? So the medicated person would be the same as the unmedicated asymptomatic. Now, let's put them together. You have the medicated and the unmedicated, and both of them are asymptomatic carriers. So both of them can catch, mutate, and transmit the bug. Correct? Follow the science now. So, what do we know about organisms? Microorganisms. We know that evolution is real, and evolution by natural selection, it takes place when organisms' lives are threatened to the point of extinction. Therefore, organisms would want to survive, they would want to eat, they would want to feed, they would want to live. Now, notice, what did they say about the medication? What effect does it have on the medicated? The medicated would not show symptoms. Therefore, the medication would be applying some levels of suppression or pressure on the bug. Therefore, when the medicated catches the bug is more likely to mutate in order to survive within the medicated, because there is a pressure from the medication being applied to the bug and the bug wants to survive. If it was a case whereby the medication eliminates the bug, then we would have an argument that it is the unmedicated asymptomatics who are mutating, or who are the host of mutating and transmitting the bug. However, in this case, while the unmedicated asymptomatic may be able to mutate and transmit the bug, it is way more likely for the medicated asymptomatic to mutate and transmit the bug. So, this narrative and propaganda being spread by our Prime Minister, which is saying that it is the unmedicated who are host to catching, mutating, and transmitting the bug, is a lie. It does not coincide with the science. It is a blatant lie, and it is a disrespect to those who are educated in fields such as molecular biology, just overall science, let's put that. At this point, based on the stupidity I hear flowing from our leaders' mouth, I am now of the belief that all elected government officials should be fully rounded educationally. Not just to be educated regarding economics, but also regarding the sciences. Because this concept is a very simple and well understood concept that has been in the realm of science for a very long time. It is actually the science in which we use to develop antibiotics. Let me give you an example. When you go to the doctor, let's say you're going to the doctor for an infection, you tell the doctor, okay, I have an infection. The doctor will, let's say, prescribe an antibiotic for you. The doctor will instruct you not to take the antibiotic for more than 10 days. One of the reasons for that is because the doctor understands how microorganisms operate. Taking that antibiotic for 10 days, right? The doctor will instruct you from beginning, if the infection is not cleared up within 10 days, you need to come back in. And so I can prescribe a different type, or just a totally different medicine, antibiotic for you. So whatever is left in that antibiotic bottle, that bottle of antibiotic, you should throw it away. Yeah. Why does your doctor tell you this? Because organisms, especially microorganisms, right? If that infection is not cleared up, the stronger organisms will survive. And if you continue taking that antibiotic, the organism will more than likely develop a resistance to the antibiotic, because of the antibiotic will be creating an environment that is not favorable for the organism. The thing is, if the antibiotic does not eradicate the organism totally, the organism will develop somewhat of immunity. Immunity in the sense that when the organism, let's say the organism splits or replicates, in its replication it will change its molecular structure. Therefore, its offsprings will come stronger, and the antibiotic in which you are taking will have no effect on those organisms. Therefore, the infection will get worse. Right? Now, those organisms would be different variants. The new organisms that the antibiotic wouldn't have any effect on would be new variants. So look up in a science book or something. Go do your research before you spread propaganda. And I know it's not just Andrew Holness who is spreading this propaganda. Yeah, this is being done on a global scale. Our Prime Minister, he has done a great job in separating medicated from unmedicated. He has done a great job in creating division in our country. You, my friend, are literally the worst leader. You're not a leader, which is very unfortunate. People stand strong. They need us more than we do need them. Don't forget that.
Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world. Decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a